What's up, Portal people, and the place to be? This is LW the Gamer back with another update about the PlayStation Portal. Now, they just significantly updated it with what I call it significant because it's got a nice solid number at 5.0, and it added some pretty decent features. Has it made the PlayStation Portal any better or worse than it was before? Let's find out. So if you haven't updated it already, which I'm sure you have because this update at the time of this video came out about a week ago, as soon as you turn your PlayStation Portal on, it'll prompt you for an update. Go ahead and go through the update process. For me, it took about 5-10 minutes for it to update. Then after all the time it took updating, then it had to restart maybe 2 or 3 times before I got back in it. And then I was able to log back into my PlayStation Portal and play my PlayStation 5 remotely like I normally do. Now the issue this time, I noticed my performance was noticeably worse at first, maybe for the first, I don't know, 5 minutes, and then it all just straightened out. Now I don't know if that's because of the update or if maybe my network was congested, even though literally no one's home but me right now. I don't think it was that. I have no idea what it was, but it could just be a coincidence. But I did look online, as I always do, and see if anyone else is having any problems. And some people definitely were having some issues, saying that their performance was actually worse after the update. But that has not been the case for me. For me, it's been pretty just the same as always. Like, I don't know if you guys ever watched my other video where I had some tips and tricks, but the number one thing you can do is actually have your PS5 networked Ethernet Cat5 cable plugged directly into your PS5. That's better, but I did use mine over Wi-Fi and it worked pretty well, but it's definitely better with Ethernet. So if we're looking at this, what Sony says the updates were, it says in a 5.0 update it added sort games in the catalog feature, take gameplay captures while streaming a game. You can give feedback on your cloud streaming experience. That's kind of random. That's happened to me only like once or twice. If the servers are full, you get a chance to wait your turn to play when the stream serves, and it'll let you know when there's basically space available for you to get on. Receive a notification when your streaming game is about to close due to inactivity. So I guess if you're just streaming a game and you just got to use a bathroom and just left it there, it'll give you a notification that it's about to happen before it just drops out. And something about restore the license from troubleshoot and quick menu. I have no idea what that means, so I've never really had that issue. The one thing I will say that's of any kind of real significance on here is probably the sort games, because before it was just kind of all the games were there and you just went all the way down the list and to find whatever you wanted to play. Now you can kind of sort them from A to Z or Z to A, and I think you can also sort them by release date, whether it was released newly or old. But it's okay. It's something, right? They also added a sound effect, so when your quick menu comes out, it makes a little sound effect. Nothing huge, but I guess it's a quality of life issue. Maybe make you feel like you're more like in a system. I don't know why they needed to either A, put that in there, and B, specifically mention it. But when the updates are kind of light, you got to take credit for everything, right? And as far as the game capture, I know some of you are probably saying, I was able to capture games or screenshots before. Yes, you could when you're streaming directly from your PS5, but what this is specifically for is game capture when you're streaming from the cloud. I don't know if that's a feature that people were asking for. Definitely was not something I was asking for, but it's there. Again, it's something. I know there's a lot more features that all of us are asking for on the PlayStation Portal. This definitely was not one of them, at least not for me. You guys let me know what kind of features you guys like to see. I think I can guess, and we'll go over that in a few minutes or a few seconds on which systems and which updates and stuff you'd like to see on the PlayStation Portal. Now, in any update, they always have one of the last bullet points that they've improved the system stability. I haven't really seen a difference. It's been pretty much about the same for me. The Portal has been a pretty much great performance for me since I got it over a year ago, but I know some people experiences are completely different, and therein lies what I think is the real issue here is the usability and the wildly different experiences that people are having with the Portal. If you're looking online like I do and watching the comments in other people's videos, some people's PlayStation Portals are pretty much unusable outside of their home especially, but even inside of their home with a great network and everything else in the house works just fine, the Portal is just terrible. I feel like there's some underlying technology that they must be improving on, and it's just not quite there yet. It's getting there, but you tell me, what's your experience been like? Mine has been great, but I know not everybody's has been great. And lastly, I would like to go over just some of the things on my personal wish list and maybe some of the ones you guys are looking for. I think right now the only thing I really want that I think is feasible, I could be wrong about that, is them to add regular Bluetooth or unlock regular Bluetooth or whatever on the PlayStation Portal, so we can all use our existing earbuds. I have like 2 pair of Bluetooth earbuds, both of them Beats. Either one of them would be great. I have some wired earbuds too that work just fine, don't get me wrong, but I just find it a little scummy, if you will, that the wireless part of the earbuds only work with their wireless earbuds that cost as much as the Portal. I just wouldn't pay for those. I'm cheap, you know what I'm saying? Even though I don't really frequent the cheap ass gamer website, I'm cheap and I'm not about to pay $200 when I already have a couple of perfectly good earbuds. So my number one wish list thing, and really my only wish list thing, is for them to unlock for all Bluetooth to be workable. Now, I know the thing you hear the most, what everybody talks about, is that they wish they could stream from the cloud every game that they own. And although that would be nice, I just know that the technical side behind doing something like that would be pretty difficult and pretty large for Sony to do. That would mean they'd have to expand their servers and upload every game possible onto their servers to be able to stream, because maybe a game you really want to play on there is not something that's overall popular. So would it really be worth it for them? Now, I guess the pinnacle of streaming right now, you probably got, I don't know, Nvidia Shield. They have a service. Xbox Game Pass has a great cloud service where pretty much everything that's on Game Pass is also to be able to be streamed on the cloud. However, that's still a select amount of games that they know that are going to be on there, and they probably have some sort of feedback with the actual makers of the system. So I don't know how they're able to do it. Even they don't have every Xbox game on there to be able to be streamed. So I don't know, guys. I know that's something you guys really want, but I think it would cost Sony so much. That's probably why this is in beta, because they're probably testing to see if they have the technology and if their servers can stand the stress of having every game on there. Plus, I don't know if their regular network price, the monthly service price, will be enough to cover something with, oh, by the way, every game that you buy digitally and physically, I guess, will add to your online library so you can stream that one too. That's a lot. I know that's something everybody's asking for, but I just know technically speaking, that's something that would be difficult for Sony to do. But of course, even if that's it or if it's something else, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. I think I said in my last video that the jury was out on whether or not I thought it was a good trade. I think I said this before. I originally traded my PlayStation Portal, well, not the Portal. I traded a Nintendo 2DS and it's the Pokeball edition too, for a PlayStation Portal. At the time, I wasn't really into retro gaming, but suddenly I've gotten into retro gaming, and actually it's a 2DS XL, the Pokeball one. But now that I'm in a retro game, I kind of regret that, because see, right now I'm actually not really playing my Portal a whole lot. What I'm playing right now is more retro stuff and then things on my PC, but I'm sure I'll come back around to PlayStation at some point and play this a lot more. Plus, these kind of handhelds get more play for me during, like, say, football season, when I can sit on the couch on a Sunday and play games. I don't know. Other than that, I don't really need to play on PlayStation mobily. I have, dedicated spaces for gaming. I know that's not the case for everybody else, but that's just how it is for me. Again, I just wanted to give an update on the new update and see what you guys' feedback and what your experience is like. Let me know down in the comments what kind of updates, what kind of features that you guys would like to see in the new one, if they ever put out a new update, or maybe they come out with a whole new Portal that has better hardware and can actually handle all the things that we're asking for. But with that being said, as usual, y'all, LW the Gamer, we out.